Hi, it's Lisa, the Feel Good Lady, July 2025. I am glad to know that talking to yourself is benefit. I was looking at this psychology today, found all these fun articles. One of them is cognition. Say it out loud. Talking to yourself literally can be a powerful way to boost your memory, self-esteem, cognition, and more. I talk to myself all the time. When you think about when you're talking to yourself, who is speaking, who is listening? After all, each of us is a single one being, right? Those who use their first name or you also reported less self-criticism about perceived flaws, spent less time ruminating about its shortcomings. It promotes self-distancing. Talking to ourselves out loud using the pronoun you, or better yet, our first name, distancing, which enhances our ability to regulate thoughts, feelings, and behavior. With you, we're better able to observe the self working to and to act on our observations. If we're questioning an emotional response, for example, we can say either, why do I feel this way? Why do you feel this way? Second phrasing is, why do you feel this way? Such and such creates distance that offers a new perspective on our emotional self. Using the first person pronoun, I, enmeshes our speaking and listening selves and thus less likely to encourage required distancing for self-guidance. It allows us to give us more time to hear and correct it more readily by keeping negative dialogue under control. It helps process past events. It improves performance. Talk out loud to ourselves to execute upcoming activities more effectively. Basketball players perform faster and better after talking through the moves out loud. More broadly, walking positive self-talk is known to increase motivation before performance with athletes as well as dancers, musicians, and actors. I know when I was teaching school full-time, I would run, and when I would also taught aerobics. Now, as I was running, I made all my lesson plans, my aerobic moves in my head. I would say it out loud. I could totally see how that would help. Talking out loud to ourselves helps us comprehend and manage unusual and surprising events in the world, as well as the distressing developments. People traveling alone, engaging in activities such as hiking, they find talking out loud to themselves in novel environments make those environments more understandable. Also providing self-reinforcement, find the key important points, while also providing self-reinforcement, self-management, social assessment. It gives us time to process disquieting or novel experiences. Talking out loud to ourselves helps us comprehend and manage unusual and surprising events in the world, as well as the distressing developments that almost all of us experience, such as relationship difficulties. Talking out loud to ourselves keeps us focused during tasks that have several steps, such as assembling furniture or sewing on a button. Step by step, talking out loud to oneself helps sequence specific actions. While successive actions, it also provides feedback and constructive criticism. Reinforcement. If you're going the wrong direction, you can turn in the other direction and say good job to yourself. It offers guidance during complex activity. Thinking out loud while studying difficult material, it increases engagement with the material and the enjoyment of learning. Talking out loud, it promotes the development of clinical reasoning skills, also increasing satisfaction with learning. Reasons to talk to ourselves. It says it helps us learn new material. It kind of makes sense that the act of speaking to oneself is another valuable tool that we have, a way to externalize our inner voice. We have our brain, our physical, our spiritual, our biological self, but they work together. Go inside first to get your true authentic self, the information you need to do to make a decision or take some will or action of it. Wait till you go within to get the spiritual guidance. There was a research doctor at a college that had a 24-hour where you could be in silence and you couldn't talk to anybody. The self-talk is our inner voice. Many of us, it offers a running commentary of our beliefs, our experiences, and why do we do it. So it is self-talk. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people do and did do it or whatever. Once they went off to college or whatever away from home, they were embarrassed thinking that there was something odd about them. It's actually a good thing to do. Thinking about how there has been research and they've identified how there's several upsides to verbalized self-talk. Some might believe or consider some expressions that reveal these two selves are self-control, self-criticism, self-talk. With self-control, regulating self-talk, self-control, regulating self tries to manage an appetitive self, With self-criticism, a judging self accesses a faulty self. With self-talk, one of our selves talks to the other. And for those of us comfortable with externalizing these two selves, research proves that holding these conversations aloud may be the surest way to reap their benefit. Be kind and loving to yourself, but talk to yourself. And my Molly.